not only do we have that Women's World Championship match at Revolution, we also have a match that everyone at this point is looking forward to. We have a match that, I'm not really fond of the stipulation that they have chosen for this match, which is the dog collar match between CM Punk and MJF, but I am so damn proud of how AEW has managed to maintain this feud, this rivalry interesting. They've given us twists and turns, and to cap it all off, this past week on Dynamite, they gave us just something to look forward to, because MJF, after everything that he did, after giving that heartfelt story, which was so out of character that everyone in the IWC thought that MJF was just playing the crowd. They were just playing everyone on the internet about this story about how he was bullied as a kid. And that's made him the person that he is today. And I'm not going to lie, MJF, he made us feel for him. And we still feel for him as a human being, as a person, because if he went through that throughout his life, that's, other than his character, you should definitely, empathize with MJF. And the fact that he used that in the feud, and the fact that AEW was smart enough to utilize to get CM Punk to get his guard down in storyline manner, and now at Dynamite have MJF just gut CM Punk. I mean, if you ask anybody who watched that segment, you damn well know you want to watch that match. You damn well know you want to watch CM Punk kick the shit out of MJF. And it doesn't matter how bad, it doesn't matter about that story that he told. You want him to bleed, you want him to beg for mercy. And that's basically what you want from this type of feud. There's no championship on the line. This isn't for the number one contendership for any title. This is about pride. This is about what's been going on between them for the past few months. MJF has been dodging CM Punk time and time again. And when they finally get in the ring, MJF gets one over Punk thanks to some outside interference, thanks to some cheating. And CM Punk, being that he is being booked as a babyface currently, well, he has no choice but to stick to his code, follow the rules, and just take it. Well, this weekend, upcoming weekend at Revolution, he will take it, but he will also dish it out. And like I said a few weeks ago, MJF should still win this match outright. Ultimately, it's better for AEW's business if MJF comes out on top, especially considering that I don't see Adam Cole becoming AEW World Champion anytime soon, even if he did cause headlines with Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly and putting the champion down on Dynamite. He got the upper hand there. He won't get at Revolution. Hangman Page is going to need a challenger for Double or Nothing in May. And ladies and gentlemen, once this feud, once this rivalry is all said and done, once the dust has settled, MJF is that number one contender. Because almost 2 years ago, I said MJF should have beaten Jon Moxley to become AEW World Champion at All In. And that didn't happen. Tony Khan and everybody else in AEW didn't think he was ready. Well, Tony, if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, it's time to pull the trigger on Maxwell Jacob Freidman, as AEW World Champion. And the time to do that is now. It's March 4th. You have 2 months to get MJF to the point where he beats CM Punk. He gloats about it. He talks about how he is the biggest star in AEW now, then forever. You might even want to use that WWE trope in one of his programs. And then you give your champion, your fighting champion, cowboy shit, Hangman Adam Page, no choice but to confront MJF. And they go at it one-on-one for the world title in Las Vegas, Nevada. And then you finally give us that MJF run we want. And guess what? Guess what? If you do that, MJF is going to be one of the biggest heel champions you've ever had in recent history, not only in AEW, but in professional wrestling over the past, 10, 15, 20 years? There's no doubt in my mind about that. And then you have your pick of the litter of who you want, which babyface you want to build up to dethrone MJF eventually. Jon Moxley. He needs a comeback story. Bryan Danielson, turn him back into a babyface. CM Punk, down the line. Although I already said it, I don't want CM Punk to ever beat MJF, and I stand by that. I don't care what is going to go down. I don't care. A returning Kenny Omega versus MJF. You want a super heel in MJF? You want a super babyface and a returning Kenny Omega? Give us that down the line. But it all comes up to MJF, Maxwell Jacob Freidman, becoming world champion. So with that said, you already know my thoughts. The big matches at Revolution, you already know them. Hangman Page retains, MJF beats CM Punk. That leads us to the main event of Double or Nothing, where MJF beats Adam Page to become AEW World Champion. Now, if you have different thoughts, if you have different comments, if you have different spoilers or predictions or any different booking plans you want to go ahead and throw my way on the comment section below, you are free to do so, my friend. But like I said, I think ultimately for AEW's business currently, that's going to be the best foot forward.